What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again with a more Saekano 2 set review for you. I am joined today by Carmen, as usual,
What's up? What's up?
as well as our special guests, Ollie and Cameron.
I
What's
heckin'
up?
love Saekano.
Same.
And I guess, since we don't have Andy today, I get the privilege of reading the first card.
It's not a brainstorm now.
It is
True.
not a brainstorm.
Not the true Andy experience.
Alright, so we have this level 0 Utaha. When your other game character attacks during this turn, this card gets 1,000 power. And when your other character is being front attacked, you may pay 1, send this to memory, and return that character to hand. That's a JC.
This card's fucking broken.
Seems pretty
Definitely
good,
a strong
yeah.
card.
This-
Definitely a card that we miss on the JP ban list right now between this and the Izumi. It hurts.
This card was never fucking reprinted ever again. Memory
Like
JC was never reprinted again.
Was it
Like
not?
after they did it with
Nope.
Saekano and Grisaya, they kind of learned that turns out having a memory JC is probably not a good
Yeah,
I was gonna say, it was
Grisaya. Well, Grisaya came before Flat, didn't it?
No, Saekano Set 2 was late 2019 and Grisaya
They
was
were-
like early 2020 if I remember correctly.
Okay, they were both around the same time. Anyway, they never got fucking reprinted. They're both coming to English. They're both fucking broken. I'd give the Grisaya one the exact same fucking rating, the Kazuki. These cards are fucking ridiculous.
This is definitely the card I missed the most off from the ban list.
This card comes down. This card attacks. This one has a relevant power line. The Kazuki also has a chance to have a relevant power line, while also giving you some first deck speed, which is important in Grisaya because they don't have deck speed.
This in combination with Izumi and the Aerie specifically is just so broken.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, you have so many cards in Saekano that benefit from being bounced back, that have relevant on-play effects. Even if they're cards that go to memory, your other memory generators, stuff like the Aerie that comes down and gives 2k, that can make this card swing at fucking 4k, or 4-5. Like, beating over literally anything and then bouncing something else back. This card is fucking ridiculous. It was rightfully banned. It'll never be banned in English because the meta has far progressed past that point. But this card is still fucking insane and should be a 4 of in pretty much every single Saekano list that you build. Should play this card.
It's also Utaha.
This will be the $20 double rare if there is one in this set. Like, bro, like level 0 memory JC's fucking insane. Like, I don't know how you can like argue against this card being ridiculous. It's nutty. I welcome anyone in the comments. Tell me how Utaha Memory JC is not one of the best level 0s that you would play in like any fucking set, barring slots. Don't give me the slots argument, because that's build dependent. But like this profile objectively is nutty. All right, I've spieled enough. Are we good?
Yeah.
Simple but broken. Next card. Cameron, go. All right.
Yep.
All right, I'm sure this is a card that a lot of people don't even know exists in this set. It's level 0 Aerie. During your turn, your other character in the center slot gets 1k, and then it's a tap self search brainstorm. So it's literally Aaron Brainstorm from AOT set 1.
Wait, this set got search brainstorm?
Yeah, that's why I said. I was like, no one knows.
Okay,
what
Ollie.
this is.
Okay, Ollie. It got 3 search brainstorms.
Oh, that's right. I always forget the Kata's a search brainstorm.
Yeah, it gets lost among the change package that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. Really, this card, like it's obviously it's a brainstorm. It's fine. Only really has a home in the area waifu deck. But like does all right in that deck. You know,
You have the Flesh Fang.
Not really anything to complain about here.
Flesh Fang OP.
Flashbang is strong.
Next card. Wow, it's Kato Oboro. You have 2 or more other characters. This card's a 55 all the time. When you play the bar, that's important. When you play the bar, if you have another character until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gets the following 2 abilities. On attack, pay 1 twin drive, so trigger check twice. And then when this card is frontal attacks, you may return this card to your hand. It's the Oboro to end all Oboros. Oboro on a bar. Is this the only time that's happened? true Obero on a bar. We've had
Too
different.
knowledge.
We've had what was it? Shiny Colors had a big Obero on a bar that didn't have twin drive.
Yeah, that one gets up to 8.5 with for the trade-off of not having twin drive, which definitely play that card quite a bit in that set because of standby being very prevalent at the time, so you can actually have a chance against level 1 boards.
Yeah, but this card is really, really gross for the deck because you just want to fucking bounce back cards. You also generate a lot of advantage for being. I hate using the general term advantage. What's a better way to put this? You generate a lot of memory by having extra cards in your hand to get rid of on follow-up turns. So because this card bounces back to your hand, you can brainstorm, go up to something like 7 or 8 or 9 hand before you play these. Play these back down. Play the bar because again it's bar. You have a chance to trip back into it, and then you have a 5 to 6 card hand with 2 to 3 Oberos on the board that will bounce back to then leverage those the following turn to create more memory, create more compression and stuff like that. I just don't like using advantage vacuously. It's kind of worthless without explaining what kind of advantage in Weiss Schwarz you're generating.
Yeah, I will definitely say that when this came out, I definitely underrated this combo because just looking at other combos like this previously, especially the namesake Obero from Yuna, and it's just it doesn't really seem that impactful. But the fact that this is on a gold bar is definitely the biggest selling point for this combo. There's definitely games where you can you do this combo 3 or 4 times in a row, and you're just you're just popping off for no reason.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. This card has twin drive to trigger twice and is comboing off a bar. It's a literal self-comboing card.
Yeah, no, the only real question about a card like this is just given where the game is now, how well positioned is a card like this?
Obero's always going to be rough as the game goes farther because power levels get higher. Standby being even more of a thing. I remember my entire out as Summer Pockets against this deck was putting level 2s in front of it and hoping they didn't trigger on side attacks. Which, of course never happened because Saekano players are always lucky and twin drive deal damage anyway.
Right.
Even though they don't play any soul triggers in their deck at all, they always trigger. But
I think we're starting to get into more of a more big on offense 1k1 meta again. So this card will be a little bit better.
Hopefully. It's worth noting that our only big standby deck right now after Mushoku being, I don't want to say gutted, but Mushoku was hit very hard by that ban list. You can definitely still play it, but the things you give up means that you aren't going to have 2s at 1 as often. So the fact that you, when playing against Quince, there's only one level 2 lane in this stage of the game, means that siding over it with Twin Drive isn't that big of a deal. It depends if another deck comes out from these English exclusives that pushes levels at 1 if Obero's relevance is lessened. But
the other advantage this combo has over others is that Saekano Noble has a pretty weak mid game, and being able to leave this combo supplements that a lot.
Yeah, it gives you something to do while you generate memory and sort of dirtle for your level 3.
Yep.
I think it's still pretty good.
Personally, I don't really like Oberos, but this being on a bar and the fact that Saekano is the deck that it is, it's the best option you can be playing.
Yeah, I mean the fact.
Yeah,
I think I'll
give it the card. Sorry, I think I'll give it a B+ just because it's on a gold bar.
All right, let's get into the change train. Ollie, go ahead. You get the first card.
Oh baby.
Cool. Level 0 Kato. You can, as an act, put this if you're level 1 or higher. Put this into your waiting room to spawn the 1/0 Kato that's off to the side that is also a brainstorm, which we'll get to in red. And then this is a search brainstorm.
The Kato's also a search. So you can Play this down, brainstorm, sack it, spawn another brainstorm, brainstorm again, if you wanted to in your main phase.
And the important thing to note is kind of going back to like set one, cards like this combo really, really well with gaming all night. So just more cards for you to rest that like you don't really care about resting because you could just sack it off for the other brainstorm.
Yeah, keep in mind any card that can be rested down and then do a thing to either remove itself from the board or like have some value on the following turn while it is rested is really good because Gaming All Night is an absolutely broken card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a new toilet, baby.
Yeah, it's a lot better than Toilet. I think it's a hell of a lot better than Toilet. It's like a selective toilet that doesn't whiff.
Yeah, very context dependent. To be fair, though.
Yeah, true. You have to have the cards to support it.
And as nice as this card is, a lot of times like you'll only be able to like slot like 1 to 2 copies of this because like you just have so many other things that you have to pin in at level 0. But it's still nice to have like in those situations where you get stuck at level 0, you need to like go through your deck and then just a 5th brainstorm basically. So like just upside.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not go to memory, which makes it the weakest part of the whole package.
Yeah, and that's part of the other reason why you don't max out on it either is that part too. So.
All right, next card. Back to Brian.
All right, this is.
Oh wait, never mind. This is a 2K counter.
Oh, sick.
So
how are you going to deny Brian his 2K counter?
Yeah, right.
You can just read the next card, Brian.
All right. Level 1 green, Airy. During your turn, if there is a card in your memory, this card gets 2,500 power, gets to 6,500, and gains the following ability when this card attacks. If the character facing it is level 2 or higher, this card gets 6,000 power.
I played this card when I played Saekano.
Yeah, one of the original anti-level 2s that existed.
Because, this is the card that started the trend, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at that point in time, standby was becoming a lot more prevalent in the game, and Busher had realized that they needed to print some kind of answer to it, and this was one of the starts of it, was this card. And as Carmen said, you definitely play this in the set because otherwise, when you play against stuff like Data Live, Mashoku, and Quince, you'll definitely struggle against those level 2s if you don't have this card in your deck, so definitely fills a role for sure.
To give people context, Saekano's reign was during post-ban of Fate, pre-Data Live blowing up. That was when Saekano, like, ran the meta. So, just to give everybody an idea. So, like, Data Live did not really exist, or did not exist at all, and Fate 8 bar had just been banned out. So that is when Saekano was, like, the thing. So this was your out to other standby, or any other standby.
I do want to point out that this card says level 2 or higher, unlike the other profiles that say specifically level 2 to get the power.
That's definitely a mistranslation because it's only level 2s.
Okay.
Yeah, it's specifically level 2.
I figured it might be.
Yeah, I don't know where the or higher came from. These are
just hot sea things.
No, this is from Little Akiba, actually. Yeah, this is Little Akiba.
I think it things as much wrong as often as Heart of the Cards, to be honest.
Yep, definitely only level 2. All right, next card. This is Cameron. Go ahead.
All right, well, we're moving back to the change train again. So we've got 2-1 Kato. It's a level assist, and then if you're level 3 or higher at the beginning of your climax phase, you can pay 1 cents to memory to choose a 3/2 Kato picked from the left and summon it from waiting room.
You 100% played it. If you're playing this deck, you probably play 4 of it. The way that this works, the way you typically do it is you play down your Katos for 1 turn. This would be in your back row from hand. They'd attack, they'd maybe combo, maybe they just heal, whatever. And on the following turn, you would shove this up and then pay 1, change it. Of course, this is a card that you could freely rest down for Gaming All Night if you had it, because it has no, downside for being rested, because you're just going to send it to memory anyway. That card notably generating you a stock, which was really good. And this changes in a similar way to its second effect from the red Brainstorm that we saw, which was stapled to the level 0 Brainstorm. Card's definitely really good. Lets you loop your heals forever.
Yeah, but like the fact that you're able to effectively run 8 copies of your climax combo at level 3 is just like really, really strong.
Yeah, it really is just 8 copies of your finisher because it spawns from grave.
Also gives you a little extra oomph on your finisher's power. In
Yeah,
case you need it.
the card does have anti-backup, so its power line. What is it? It's a like 11.5, 12.5 with this 13 or 14, right? With climax down.
You will comfortably get over anything. At
Yeah,
that point.
because your opponent can't play backups. We'll get to that when we get to red. All right, next card. 3/2 Kato support. All of your game characters in front of this get 2,000 power. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, search your deck for a character. And then when your cards trigger, check these at climax. Choose any of your characters, give it 1,000 power. 3/2 back row support that cantrips on play. It's alright, but I don't think Saekano ever needed this card.
Saekano never got a second standby, right? They only have the one.
Not. I don't think we got a standby in set 2, if I remember correctly. So.
I don't think they got one in set 3, right?
No, the
No.
level 1 Utaha combo is on the standby.
Yeah, we did get
Oh,
one
right,
in
yeah,
set
yeah.
3.
And then
yeah.
I think there's also like the reunion combo at level 3 is also
Oh
standby.
yeah.
Yeah, they did
But-
get standby.
Now.
But
So, like-
regardless, like there's not really much of a payoff for standby in Saekano, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
so-
but if you played it, like this would be like a card you'd probably play.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah.
play that kind of strategy, this is like not bad. But just given the context of the set, it just doesn't really have a place, unfortunately.
Yeah, no real reason to play this. All right, move on to the next card. Ollie, go ahead.
Alright, you got this 3/2 Kato. If you have 2 or more other game characters, it gets 1k, so it sits at 11. When it's played to stage from hand, you check top if it's a game character, this gets on reverse clock kick. And then when this card gets reversed, you can ditch a card to add this back to your hand.
Also, Hansen's here.
Oh,
What's
hi,
up,
Hansen.
Hansen?
Hello.
I think this card's like actually pretty decent. It just doesn't have a spot in the meta deck.
Well, it doesn't have a spot in any deck.
Probably not.
It definitely like reminds me of like the Utaha Restander, and like at least for me, I never played that card in the meta deck, so like it's probably the same thing
I
for this
did.
card as well. Just kind of.
I played Utah
doesn't have a
Restander.
home.
No,
Yeah.
no. See, so Hansen, see, you play this in the standby deck, so you standby this out for it to die, so you can add it back to your hand and clock.
We're
it
never
next
getting
turn.
set. Okay,
I see.
dude. If we get set 3, I'm not gonna say we'll never get set 3 because I can't predict English Bushiroad anymore. But
I think it seems likely at this point.
I mean,
given
I'm
we've
pretty
gotten
sure
rid
we're
of
gonna get
three,
set 3.
it'll be cool to have something that never existed in JP. It's just like fully unbanned, complete Saekano. So maybe that'll be cool.
Shin Saekano.
Yeah, Shin Saekano. All right, next card. Hansen, it's yours.
Alright, this Utaha. The character facing this card cannot move to another slot, and if you have 5 or more hand, this card gets plus 2,000 power.
3,500 anti-runner.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Well, it's like playing
It's
Love Live
like-
Sunshine.
this
Okay.
It's pretty solid, actually.
I remember trying this card out at the start just because of that the anti-runner effect. Kind of reminds me of the Yoshiko from Love Live Sunshine, very popular
Right.
set from way back when.
It is not. Well, no, it's not quite. It's not basically. Was that 4K or 35? I forgot.
Yoshiko was
35.
35, yeah.
It just had like a different.
That was
I
just
think- I
like
think
no
it-
backups or something, right?
Yeah, it has a demerit of some kind, but like it still is like an anti-runner that's like
Yeah.
35. So
This card's like okay if you don't
yeah,
if you don't want to pay for the good cards.
All right, next card. Back to the top. Brian, go ahead.
We've got the dude. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, look at the top card of your deck and either keep it there or send it to the waiting room. Also, when this card is placed on the stage from your hand, mill 2. If there's a climax among those cards, this card gets 3k and becomes a 5k for the turn.
Gross.
Deck speed. D for deck speed.
it's just utility that you can find in a lot of other cards. So like not really any reason to run this.
All right, next. Cameron.
All right, so we got this level 1 Kato. On attack, you can give one of your characters 500 power times the number of your other characters. And then when this attacks, during this turn, all of your characters get the following ability to, if you trigger Gold Bar, you can draw one and discard one. So it's a Gold Bar support.
I played this card. I
This
played
card
a
was
one.
played, wasn't it?
I played a 1/1 split of this in the Array. Your slots are really tight in that deck because you just don't have a lot of slots to work with when you have to play all those memory cards for the change train. But I greedily did play a 1/1 line of this in the Array that kills level 2s.
I think it was like pre-ban list, like I definitely did the same thing, but then after the ban list, I put the second level 1 area in just because I was really worried about standby at that point in time. But yeah, definitely not a bad card to consider for this deck. Definitely fix
Katsu's
it.
getting over.
Definitely fix this issue of when you trigger too many gold bars, you can just get them out of your hand with this card.
And having a filter for your bars is never a bad thing.
Yeah, even when you only have 4, the fact that it's a Shimikai. And, like, it's a 5/5 with Climax down. Not the worst attacker.
Yeah, it's just nice whenever you like don't have like the area level 0 in the particular. Like it's just something else that can give power when you need it.
Alright, next card. We got this 3 Airy. For each of your other characters, it gets 500 power when it's placed on your stage from your hand. As long as you have 2 or other characters, you can choose a character from your clock, send it to memory, heal to memory. Only characters.
Yep.
Not that
It
you'd
gets
want
you
to.
more memory.
Yeah, not that you'd want to heal. Whatever climaxes to memory, but
Yeah,
The
something
memory-
that I've
memory
definitely
is icon
experienced
is
in the
height.
waifu deck is if a climax ends up in your clock at level 3, it is just stuck there the rest of the game because this is just the only hero that you
Imagine
heal
if you could send
characters.
climaxes to memory.
Look, man. Things
Idol
happen.
Master, they do that. Give that event.
Yeah, D plus, but because there's just other healers you can run. Like if this somehow came out early, then like it could be better, like the Summer Pockets one. But
No, it doesn't.
only available at level
Not
3.
like Umi. Yeah,
Card would be
Yeah.
sick if it was an early play.
yeah, it'd just be better Umi. Umi's only a 9/5 for 10k.
Yep.
Well, they would have to rebudget the power probably.
Probably. All right, next card. Ollie, go ahead.
This is level 0 Kato. When this is placed on stage from hand, give a character 1k power, and then when this is played to stage from hand, you can discard a card. If you do, choose a game character in your clock and put it in your hand, and then put the top of your deck into your clock. It's a clock filter. That also gives something 1k.
It only grabs game characters. It can't even grab your events and climaxes.
No.
Yeah. Do not like. Get better filter. Doesn't even do it on play and on death. Not a modern card.
I think like the thing that this card would be
True.
competing with is the Utaha Twin Drive that kind of fills a similar role. So like, I'd just rather play that card over this.
Oh, the Utah Twin Drive's goaded. That card's nutty.
Every card nowadays is actually just getting on play and on death abilities.
Yeah. All right, Hansen, go ahead.
All right. So the next card, all your other game characters gets 500 power, and when the climax is placed into your climax slot, you can pay 1. If you do, choose one of your other game characters. It gets 2,000 powers, and the following ability: when the card's battle opponent's reversed, you can search your deck for 1 game character.
Gross.
I don't even remember this card. I'm not gonna lie.
And
This card never saw any play, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
You have
very-
to
This
pay
is
1 to
a
get
this
the
is a
plus.
isn't this a Cinderella Girls combo?
I wouldn't look sideways at that comment.
If you're
Wasn't that the tried Primus thing? It gave something on reverse search.
well, that
Yeah,
one was
but, like-
that one was free because it was on a level support.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the 1 cost, and that's like the top floor.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna play a level 0 combo, like you just play the Kato combo from set 1 because have the added benefit of turning off events and
Yes.
All right.
The better stocks green stock so Katsu combo.
Yep.
Next card. Brian, back to the top.
All right, level 0 Airy. Frontal assist. All of your characters in front of this get 500 power. And act, pay 1, put the top card of your deck into your stock, rest this card. Search your deck for up to 1 character with memory, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck.
The
It's a
Takitsubo for memory.
Takitsubo for memory keyword,
Mhm.
yeah.
What actually has memory keyword?
I don't know.
The finisher? None of the change train cards, right? None of those
No.
actually have
No.
recollection.
No.
The level 1 area anti-level 2 has it, I think.
Surprisingly few
There's
cards have recollection.
Probably
Wait,
that one card.
Kato Finisher does have recollection.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said. It's Katsu
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very few cards actually have recollection. They just go to memory and do stuff. So this card becomes a lot worse. It's at
There's
least
stuff to
a
search for.
plus,
It's kind of cool, yeah.
but not a lot of actual recollection. Just go to memory.
Yeah.
Weird. All right, next card. Cameron, go ahead.
All right, we got this 1/0 Utaha. Come into play, gets 500 times the number of your characters. It's pretty boring, old.
Assassin.
Why wouldn't you just play the Katsu?
I remember like whenever the Minami from Cinderella Girls was playable
Oh,
because
it's
you could
this
summon it off
card.
of the Anastasia restand, well, pseudo restand.
Yeah. That was the only reason that card was
7/5 when
playable.
dropped. Not very
wrong.
good.
Simpler times.
Next card. 2/1 Utaha. When this card attacks, your memory has 2 or more cards during this turn. This card gets +X power. X is equal to the number of your other characters plus times 1500.
It is a target for that area.
It is. It is a what is it? 13/5 attacker.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very good.
I mean, 13/5 is like fine if you like want to play like those like 2/1 Slayers or something. This is like always gets the power
Not
condition.
horrible.
Basically always. It's like Miko for Saekano, which is actually probably fine, considering the things that you have to kill in the current meta. It's probably okay.
Until you get the set 3 Kato. That card's insane.
Oh, well, that card's much better, yeah.
Yeah, until you get like the million anti-level 3s that like they started printing in set 3 because we didn't have a lot of those
I mean,
prior.
this does kill level 2s as well. That's the
Yeah, it does.
upside.
Kills with anything. Usually just a 13/5. Just like Miko. Alright, next card. Ollie.
I got the 1/0 Yandere event. It's level down on an
Just
event.
raw
original
level down.
Hype.
I also want to say this was like one of the first times this type of profile was introduced as well. But unlike My Little Cheeto, this only has one mode.
I think this
So
is
it's
the
not
original
good.
level down.
It's like barely.
This card
it's like an
was
F
played.
plus.
This card was played at the beginning as a way to make things that Kato could actually kill.
I mean, yeah, sure, but I don't think paying 1 to exchange your opponent's card. It's not even a 1-for-1. Like a 1 for
when you
half.
pay 1, it's free.
Okay, you exchange a card. It's not exactly free.
You said pay 1.
No, I said it's like a 1. It's not even a 1-for-1. It's like a 1-for-1. It's like a 1 for half because they still get a card
Sure.
predicated on you being able to kill it. All right, Hansen, you get the last one.
All right. It's a 1/1 event counter, and choose one of your characters that cannot get reversed this turn.
Like Encore. It's like the yellow event, but you have to pay 1.
I cannot remember a point in time whenever like this profile was playable, which is kind of sad because like I remember was it either Summer Pockets or Steins Gate that like had this profile at first?
Well, they didn't play it, so I wouldn't
Steins Gate
remember.
does have this card, yeah.
I don't remember. Not
But it's like I don't remember this
Not
card
good.
like
Oh
ever
yeah,
seeing any kind of
Metal
play.
Upa.
Metal Upa.
That's
yeah.
right.
Metalupa, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that card
Bad
is
deck
also
day.
playable.
Wow, can't wait for bad deck day.
All right, well, that was green. We had the Obro, the 2 parts of the chain package, and the JC. and the level 2 killer, and that was like it.
Oh, and the Shimakai. The Shimakai is a.
Oh yeah, the Shimakai. The Shimakai is also a green card that you play. And it's funny because you say like green's a primary color in the deck, and then there's only these few cards that you max out on. Pretty funny.
And that's like a lot if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when Saekano is like basically like almost all 4-ofs, so
Yeah, you just max out on all
you run out of slots pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see y'all in red.